Going into the studio can be a bit of a confronting experience to go and work in isolation, particularly if you're a social person and you like a chat and you like a laugh, because painting is a solitary experience most often where you're actually concentrating and getting some painting done, focusing on all this lovely detail to pull off the painting and make it work. I mean, unless you're doing something very loose and you can do 3 things at once, that's great. But for this kind of painting, we kind of need to focus sometimes. So what can you do to encourage yourself sometimes when you're just not in the mood? What I find is that once I pick up the paintbrushes and I'm standing in front of the easel, I start, and I've got my paints out, I feel like painting. One of the things that I love to do is I also love to look at my paints. I love to touch the tubes. I love to pull my paints out that I might use for the painting, and that in itself is an enjoyable experience. I like to put the kettle on. I like to make a cup of tea. I guess that's my form of having a cigarette. I don't smoke. And I also like to put a bit of music on and the heater if it's cold. So make it comfortable for yourself. Make it fun. Put on a talkback show on the radio so you can feel like you've got some company while you're painting, and then that way you're not going to feel lonely or isolated. Set the timer. Say to yourself, I'm going in for 3 hours, and I bet you 3 hours will pass just like that, and then you'll actually not want to leave because you're going to be in the zone. And when we get in the zone, it's because everything else falls away, all our distractions, we stop reacting, we turn off our phone ideally, and we're just painting away and we lose track of time. So you can find that lots of hours go by, so have a little snack handy so you don't have to leave the room and go and get distracted by what might be happening in the rest of the house, or that you might feel that you need to make dinner. Give the job of making dinner to somebody else for a change while you get a bit of painting done, why not? So these are the things that you can do. And also just to slow down and touch things, you know, a nice wooden table, the things that you can put in your studio to make it nice so that you like coming in there. You know, I've got funny little drawers full of things that I love. Hang on, let me find one that's got paint in it, or that's got pastels. Yeah, so I absolutely love coming into my studio, and you know, I've got gouaches in there and so on. So I love pottering in here, and before I know it, I'm picking up the brushes and off I go. So, you know, these are my tips for getting going painting: a kettle, music, a heater, turn off the phone, and pick up the brushes. And once those brushes in your hand and you just start somewhere, start with something easy to start with, you know, do the edges of your canvases, or you know, tidy up a little thing that's easy to do, put in a background, something like that, and then you're off and away, and then the rest just goes into flow and you can get lots of work done. So I hope that works for you. And love and paintbrushes from Jacqueline Coates. Happy painting. And if you want to join me in a Blooms painting workshop, the details are below.